and welcome to another episode of Batman Radio. All right, so first of all, um, how do I express this the right way on here? I'm seeing some adjustments on here, okay, that they made that I think is going to help me. I think it might help me to make more money on here, so I'm pretty excited about that. All right, number one, like I said, I just released about 7 videos. It's just of me playing street ball. It ain't nothing. It's all easy. All this is just easy money, man. It's just like I said, they need to pay better. So hopefully, because this is kind of a newfound thing, honestly, and these people don't seem to understand that, like the monetization and all that, all this stuff that we're doing, this is all newfound territory. This digital economy is newfound territory. It's all newly discovered. It's newly beginning, and we're at the brink of it. And I just got on it early, man. I got on it early ahead of the rest of these people who are a little, not a lot, not a little behind, but a lot behind, right? And this is going to be the future of everything. This is going to be the future of your economy, whether you like it or not. Like I said, so I'm still going through, what I'm going through physically ever since, I set the new world record for dips. But like I said, no pain, no gain. You feel me? I mean, like I said, I'm just so proud of myself. I can't believe I mean, I can believe it. I can believe I can do anything. But I'm just kind of in shock that I set the world record for dips. 131, I believe, in a minute and 8 seconds. The world record for Guinness was 119 in under 1 minute. If you count in under a minute, I know I did more than 119, so I broke that world record too. So I actually set one world record, and then I broke another world record. So I actually hold about 4 world records right now. I'm a world record holder, of completely official, legit in the books. All right. Now again, let's go over, reality, okay? All these people on this network, they're just jelly. They just need some peanut butter for their jelly, and everybody knows it. So now that we know that, we don't got to keep talking about it. Why would I keep talking about, the past because other people can't seem to get over it when these are minuscule events? See, the thing is with people like this, they need attention so bad because they don't even exist. They don't have an identity. Like, no, the truth is people was jealous of me and they just wasn't good enough for me, and they were upset about that, and they were upset that I was successful and I worked hard and I was all the things of which they are not. They are lazy. They're people that no one wants to be around. I'm just being honest. They don't have good hygiene. All the things that they were trying to, these lies they were trying to spread and attach to me with their fake comments and sending out this army of trolls and all that and doing their smear campaign and this slander. Their whole goal, the narcissist, was to make people see me in a negative light, in a light that's not me and not who I am. I have perfect hygiene. I'm a good looking dude. I'm handsome as hell. I smell good. I take care of myself always. So again, what do you mean? If you're going to be, saying something, I mean, it either needs to be true or you need to let people defend themselves and speak. And people don't need to defend themselves from people who don't have identities and are all homeless. What? No, the individual who started that, who ran to the other individual that keeps on doing and exhibiting their weird behavior and they think they're proving a point, that person's slow. Like I said, they made somebody lose over $100,000 on this network who could have listened to me and they would have still had that money, but they listened to them because they're also slow and can't think for themselves and they take orders like a puppet for free, and they lost all that money in the process. And now they're looking at prison time, and like that's what I'm saying. Like, well, that's your fault. You are the company you keep. You'll get as far as the people you talk to for no reason. If that's your friend you claim, if I mean with friends like that, who needs enemies? I mean, if your friend makes you lose $100,000 and you don't have a spine and you don't turn around and get upset with them and address them, then boy, I don't know what's wrong with you. And that's the problem with these people. Okay. They have no pride. They don't stand for nothing. And they love the people who against them. And right. And they hate the people who love them, who try to do good by them. They don't like good people. Right. Right. Other people in the past tried to play it off and dismiss it. Oh, well, they're just a weird group of people. No, they're not a weird group of people. I mean, it's pretty normal, honestly, especially nowadays. Narcissism is rampant. I mean, I don't think they're just a weird group of people. I think they're just a group of failures that really, really wants to be successful and thinks that success is something. different that you can attain. And that's not what success is. Success is the devil's secret, first of all. So, I mean, real success has to be real. I mean, if you're a Mason and you sell your soul, if you're Brad Pitt, you're not successful. You're just known around the world because you're Brad Pitt. It's not because you did that. It's because you sold your soul and you're part of a Masonic engine that promotes you. You understand what I'm saying? Right, that's fine. You can type whatever and project and tell me what your situation is. But I would never argue reality with somebody who's delusional, right? And that's as far as it goes. No big deal. If that makes you feel better, brother, then hey, I mean, you know, it doesn't make any sense, but I mean, that's fine. You see my point? No, delusion talk doesn't bother me. It doesn't do anything for me. It never has because people who talk like that, I don't talk to. It doesn't make any sense. So, like I said, they just showed all their cards. They just told the whole public in front of all y'all. They just showed the facts of what it is, what the point is, and what people are really actually doing and where they stand. And like I said, it's all been a plot, right? That they got together. These people did collusion across state lines. They're trying to recruit people. They called everybody they could. Okay, they've got illegal, corrupt ties. They tried to get everyone to go against me, and that's all y'all in society. It ain't just this group of people. What do you mean? There's not no groups against me for no reason or against me because I'm not a good person. No, this is how your society is. It's a bunch of cowards. All y'all in these 9 to 5s are cowards, and y'all just see someone and you just want to target them, like, and that's me. Like that don't make no sense. That's why your society is a bunch of failures. Like you could do whatever. You can pretend that you're targeting me and all that, but like who's really targeting me? I'm right here, fine. I mean, other than what I'm going through from breaking that world record. I mean, it hurts. It's hard, like it ain't easy, right? But like I said, I mean, what are you talking about? See, that's the thing. These people, they ain't got nothing for me. You understand? No, just because you're jealous and you're a narcissist who's triggered, that's not other people's problems, bro. Narcissists all turn into schizophrenics. It's common sense. It's catatonic schizophrenia. I don't have to be a psychologist. I know more than psychologists do. I'm diagnosing you right now. Yes, that's what all of you have. And I didn't just say it, I proved it. See, when you can't contain yourself like that and you're acting like you have no self-control, that's a lie. Anybody has self-control through discipline. If you make people follow the rules and you don't give them a choice, then they have to have discipline. See, this comes from bad parenting. So their parents, they were all failures. That's all you're saying. Like I said, no, the individual who went and ran to you, to that old lady, that grandma, right? That I have her number and she tries to pretend and get online and act like I'm here and repeat her name a million times as if she has an identity. Yeah, that person's going to prison. They're serving a life sentence. It's guaranteed already. That's in the books. That's already guaranteed. So they're powerless. They can be quiet. Move on. All right. You made a guy lose $100,000. The other one that ran to you, her everything around her was like an episode of Intervention, right? And I don't know you, I've never met you, right? And then the fake mom that she was calling Darth Vader, what does she have in common with Darth Vader? I mean, like I said, it's clear that your family clearly practices witchcraft, right? They should all go to prison. I mean, like I said, it was like an episode of Intervention. I mean, she literally told you some crazy stuff and did some crazy stuff in front of me, remember? Around the sink with the dishes, remember? And I wasn't feeling it because I like to stand up for my people. Remember that? And remember what she told you and the way that she treated you and talked to you? And do you remember how you put your head down like the coward you are and you didn't say anything about that? See, right there, I knew something was wrong. That's how you know when somebody won't stand up for themselves, that's a coward, man. How you going to talk crazy and act like you tough with everybody else, but the people who you should stand up to, you don't? See, you backwards. That's what that other lady over there said too, up there in Michigan. The other one that you were bothering, that you're committing a bunch of felonies towards, right? That you tried to establish a relationship with, but you can't keep a relationship. hmm Yeah, this girl, she doesn't care. She has no standards. So she's a girl and she tried to create a relationship. She doesn't care who it is, guy, girl, whatever, right? Like a lot of you, because you can't make up your mind about anything because you're a joke and a walking contradiction. So you're literally walking proof of my point that so-called women are a joke and that they're completely delusional and you're all out your mind. That's why you commit crimes every day. There's nothing you're going to do towards me or to me or with me. What you're going to do is continue to indict yourself on federal charges, incriminate yourself further, and I'm going to keep laughing at you as I watch this money stack up and I continue to rise. That's karma. I am your karma. I'm your worst nightmare. See, what you should have done is walked away and tried to get as far away from me as possible. Because now I'm really, really going to make sure that you have to eat my success every day. Because I know it's so important to you. It bothers you so much that you was willing to commit felonies across state lines. You called Seton Hospital. You called all these. You made tons of false reports, false calls. You've lied on my name a million times. You've tried to put me in situations to compromise my safety, to compromise me, to compromise my livelihood, to compromise my life, to compromise me building, to compromise my jobs. You lost me jobs and all that stuff. You still haven't done one thing to me, sister. All you ever did was help me. So don't ever get on the internet again and talk like you're bragging or talk in the third person like you want me to see a comment. Don't play that game. I don't play like that. Be you. You understand? Be mature. You lost, right? And it is what it is. Everything you did backfired and helped me, and it made you look worse. And then you continue to have to face karma for that. No, you're just another narcissist and you're an old grandma, just like the other one is a narcissist. And I mean, she has no self worth and nobody cares about her. She couldn't even hold on to a truck that the ex or whatever, the current boyfriend that no, she was married. Sorry, I think it's her husband because she has the last name, right? So she was borrowing the truck from dude, right? And she couldn't even hold on to that truck. I think he had to try to take the truck back or whatever because, like I said, she's irresponsible. And then you're literally we're running around cheating on him behind his back, right? And I mean, technically in front of him, right? So he was mad, right? At whatever he couldn't control his emotions, right? So he did some sucker stuff, didn't do nothing with me, didn't do nothing to me, right? And you took it upon yourself, oh, I want to immediately go to the internet behind your back. How does that make sense? Why would you try to act like you're dating someone or with someone and then go behind their back and slander their name? Who does that? What kind of clown does that? And those are the individuals that do this stuff. So no one takes you serious. And that individual, like I said, they're an addict. I mean, they're not even functioning. They never worked. You have to depend on that hunchback sister out there in Houston around DFW, right, in order to barely get by and survive. You got out of prison. You did like what was it, like an 8 month or 8 year bid because you pulled some crazy stunt with some lady because obviously she just talked and said something you didn't like, so you committed a heinous, crazy crime. You understand? Like people are gonna stay away from someone like you. Nobody fears you. Nobody thinks that you're tough. People just see that you're unstable, and people tend to get away from instability. You can't misconstrue the two. You're not tough. Nobody's scared of you. You're not scary. You're a coward. And that's what's so crazy is you were trying. I think you were lying about all that too. I think you lied about your charge and everything. You're just not that person. You're not built like that. Then you had your little fake rag. Like all that stuff is silly. Like in Houston, you gonna play like that in Houston? Like, no. The only reason that people clearly in the street would allow that and not G check you for that for wearing rags and wherever is because you wasn't in the hood, right? And you was faking and flogging and fronting. You understand what I'm saying? And because you a female. So like a female, all the dudes are clearly going to look at and they only have one interest and one goal. So it's like that was what you was on. Like you so petty and ridiculous that you don't even have standards and you talking to dealers or whoever like the literal scum of the earth because well, look in the mirror, what are you? See my point? And you have bad standards and literally it's crazy how you talk about homeless because that's what you all are attracted to. All of them. All them names that I mentioned, all of the aforementioned people, right, who are all criminals and they're all going to prison, right, and serving life sentences for what they've done towards me. Every single one of those individuals has some kind of attraction to dudes who are homeless. So that's what it is. That's why you keep saying that. Okay, now I get it because you're delusional. So you want me to be homeless because that's all you're attracted to. I get it. Okay. So I don't fit your standards because I'm not homeless. I've never been homeless at any point in my 35 years on this planet. So what was the purpose of saying that? See, this is what people do, bro. And look at his name right here. You can see what his name was in the chat. That's crazy, bro. He just admitted that he's an addict. So that's what they do. They're functioning, and then they get on here, they do what they're doing, and then they start getting on here, coming to my chat. Yeah, you go to prison for stuff like that, bro. See, this is not a playground. This is my livelihood and my business. If I'm not talking to you, what gives you the legal right to come over here into my business? What? And then the things that you're saying, you're not being respectful. You're not talking the way you talk in reality. So what do you mean? It's like when they get on here and they say, stop crying. Who's crying? I've never cried once in 35 years, pretty much. I'm the toughest man on the planet. I'm sorry, but what? I've never been that guy. I was never the crier. Other people were. But yet you're crying every day on the internet. Literally. The videos that they started making when they started doing this slander stuff, that you could see that they was wiping tears crying because, like I said, all of them are weak individuals, and somehow, for some reason, they keep on this charade as if it's the thing to do. It ain't the thing to do, Wody. It's the wrong decision to make, and all y'all do is make sad decisions that ain't about nothing, and you ain't getting nothing done, and everything you're doing is a joke. And I mean, you're just going to continue to do the same thing over and over again, time and time again. What do you mean? The fact is, everybody has to do their job. See, that's the reason why people have to keep it pushing. Everybody's got to do their job. Y'all got laws and rules to follow, like everybody. Like I said, I don't care about none of y'all. I don't care how you feel. What? Nobody's got power over me. I do what I want to do. Feel me? So again, I'm right here. Again, I'm going to be challenging everyone every day on here now. And like I said, that energy is not necessary. We're just sitting here chilling, kicking back, enjoying life. And people just want to be free, man. I don't want to have to watch my back all the time. I don't want to have to feel like that. And that's part of the lawsuit, is that these people don't seem to understand. I'm not in prison. I'm out here in the free world. My life is beautiful, man. And you're coming over here and bringing an energy that I just don't want around me. You see what I'm saying? And I have that right as a human being. And see, you're coming over and acting like what you're doing is okay, but it's not. It's illegal for that reason, because people deserve, like especially me. I've been through hell, bro. I deserve a break. I deserve rest. I deserve to be left alone, and I deserve to be at peace. And I'm going to be at peace. I promise you. hmm I'm not gonna let anybody play with my peace or disturb my peace ever. And that's the thing. I shouldn't even have to stand up to anyone. It should just be a thing. It's my God given right. So yeah, no, I don't play like that. So again, all the facts are right there. Like I said, you see everything I got costs more than anything that they'll ever buy or have. I mean, stuff that I don't even use anymore or even pay attention to, all of it costs more than anything they've ever had. I paid cash for everything. I don't know what you're saying. If I told you I've made millions every year consecutively, how would you talk to me about money? Why are you saying I need to show you something at any time? I don't play that. I'm not a troll. Why would I need to show you anything? Who are you? Are you my financial manager? I don't understand. Y'all put up doctored fake bank statements. That's a felony. You can't do that. Yeah, y'all, these people have made false claims on fake bank accounts. You can't do that. Just because you're that triggered and impressed at my success that you feel the need to fake it till you make it. Again, what is your purpose? Why are you acting like there's some kind? See, they have a weird relationship with their computer. These are strangers. I'm a stranger to you. Why are you talking to me like you know me? I've never met you. I don't get that. See, just because somebody meets you in person one time, if they gonna run and tell someone a bunch of lies, why would you believe in those lies, or why would you act like they're real, knowing that you've never met this person? That's just silly. Y'all is just on some immature stuff, Woody. So, like I said, no, you don't know anything about my finances, and I would never tell you because it's none of your business. I was never trying to prove anything. That's why I've never taken any receipts and put them up here. Oh, I've had everything in the past. I've had deeds. I've had paperwork for everything. I've offered to even put it out publicly, and y'all didn't want to then. So why would you do it now when your argument doesn't make any sense? I'm sorry, but what? You're not making sense. My business ain't your business. There's your answer. See, now that's a mad, uncomfortable conversation when somebody's sitting there and they're doing their illegal stalking across state lines, and then they're asking you questions about your business. Like, why would I give you information when it's not going to do anything? It's not going to change anything for me, anyways. But why would I do that if your whole objective is, oh, you're upset at how beautiful my life is, and you just don't want to see me doing well? Right? So anything I build, you're going to try to do what? Sabotage and dismantle it. See, these are the same people who, when you get a Porsche like I did, $25,000 cash, they want to talk down on it, but they would do anything to drive it. If they met you in person, they would be fake and kiss up and do whatever you asked just so they could ride along with you in the passenger side of the best friend ride, trying to holler at me. That's these people. They're petty and it's pathetic. They're trying to clout chase on the internet. See, what y'all should have done is not clout chase. What y'all should have done is realize the blessing of which was in front of you. And I'm glad you didn't, because you weren't a blessing. And I'm glad I'm way the hell far away from people like you. That's the truth. So again, what do you mean? Like, come on, bro. You're trying to do what you're doing now in front of the whole world. There's everyone has my channel, officials, everybody, and I have a lot of respect and a lot of clout. My clout is real street clout. Clout is in the street. I got clout tokens like nobody's business. So you just got to understand, man, when you want to talk crazy, I mean, that works with people who ain't solidified out here, but I am. And that's why you were so mad. Because when I made my comeback, I integrated myself into the community as a communal leader and a community leader out here. And you didn't want to see that from me. It's just anything I do that's positive, you're on some immature stuff and you're an adult. Like, oh, he's doing well. That's so corny, because I don't even think like that. That's why it's so offensive to me, because I'm not on that. I think that's super whack. Like, why are you acting like my goal is your goal? Like, I don't do things that are cute. Let me explain this to you. I'm an actual gangster. My dad raised a monster. I think all that corny stuff is meaningless to me. I deserve to have a normal life. I never had. That's why I take everything so serious with God and Christina, because, hopefully I'll get through what I'm going through physically right now. And hopefully, you know, I made it this far with God. You know what I mean? I expect to keep going. You know what I mean? That's all I can say, but it's hard, man. You know what I mean? Like I told you right now, my rib is displaced. It's right in my sternum, my chest. I mean, it just hurts. It affects my breathing. It ain't easy. And that's part of life. See, it's not me taking a loss. No, what did I do? I did something positive. See, that's why I don't talk to people like this, because every time you talk to them, it's just nothing but negativity. There's nothing real. They're not saying anything that even exists. Like, what's negative about me accomplishing things? Listen, I've lived my dreams. You wish that you could walk in my shoes for a millisecond. You will never wear these Gucci flats. These Gucci shoes cost a couple of $1,000s. Mm-hmm. hmm And they're mine. I own them. So what do you mean? Wearing them right now. Gucci shoes. I've shown them to you on the channel. Do you need a better angle? What part are you super jealous of so I can rub it in some more? Because you said that I'm not who I am. And I took that very seriously and took it upon myself to make sure I proved all that wrong. And I'm going to make sure I rub it in your face every single day. Because if you're sending agents like this to be on fake accounts, and you're told a whole group to keep following me around the internet, knowing it's illegal, and trying to tell me I'm not who I am, well, then I'm going to continue to stand up to you narcissists publicly. We can do this in front of everyone. I don't care how many people are watching. I am not going to back down to these folks. Understand that. Just like I didn't in Green Bay, just like I didn't anywhere I went. You want to follow me around the internet? Okay, that's cool. But you're going to leave with a frowny face every time when you come over here. You feel me? See, I don't play like that. I'm a grown man. You understand? You're going to come at me correct. And it's just so crazy, man, that they just don't seem to process reality. They want to pretend like, no, I'm not that guy, bro. So you got the wrong dude, man. I'm not a soft individual. I'm not somebody that anybody would do that with. So, like I said, let's get back and come back to reality. The individuals who are soft here are you. So, again, what's goody? Do you have something to say that's positive and real? Contribute to the content. You can't donate because you don't know how to build anything. You don't have any self respect and you don't respect anyone. You can't donate because you don't have any money, sister, because y'all don't go to work, because you're lazy and you're just laying down all day. What's your excuse? You see what I'm going through physically? Hell, I got up and went running and did everything. I don't understand. I did sprints right in front of you. Like, what? Did wind sprints, like all of it. So I just don't understand people, man. You're acting like you're proving a point, but it's like a bull seeing red. Like I said, I mean, like if I had a little like red flag, I could just wave it, and the bull's just gonna keep running. That's literally what y'all are doing. And they literally get on here and they act like a bull. Like they really act like they're like puffing up and they're super macho. It's the weirdest thing I've ever seen. Why do you type and then you're obviously you're triggered and then you keep telling me as if I care? We don't have a connection like that. I could care less if you was having a full conniption fit. I don't care about you. I'll just tell you straight up. I think you think I'm nicer than I am. I think you have me completely misconstrued and you really think I'm a different person. That's why it's so funny. These people think they know people because they met them one time. No, you don't get it. I'm a chameleon. I showed you what you wanted to see. You've been played. You're 100%. You played yourself. You don't know anything about me. No, no, no. That's why y'all went on the internet and then they start doing this disparaging talk, talking about, oh, I'm not strong like I claim to be or I look like. I'm not this person that I say I am. Why would you do that? How would that be a good thing to do or positive thing to do or a cool thing to do? Who does that, bro? Like honestly, I'm really at who plays like that? Like what? Like how is a human being supposed to react to that? That doesn't tolerate disrespect on any level and is an actual gangster. Why would you do that, bro? How is that fair to me or to anyone or even to yourself? You see the point? Like, nah, bro, I'm not gonna sit here and play games with people who are failures, bro. You can play that game by yourself. All the games you want to play, I'm okay, bro. If I want to play a game, I'll go buy a board game. You understand? I got games on my phone. I'm okay. See, I already put them on my phone bill, but you want to continue to sit there and pretend you're talking to me some way. Have you paid your phone? No. Do y'all pay for your Wi-Fi or internet? No, somebody else does. The government does. Your government check. Huh, all of you are homeless. What are you talking about? Why do you keep projecting, bro? Why is it necessary that every time I'm going live, you got to come to my chat? Well, I don't understand that. But it's okay because as soon as we go to court, the lawyer is going to instruct you that you can't come to this chat ever again. This chat's going to be crystal clear once we get this federal lawsuit filed. I'm in no rush. That's what I'm saying. And the fact that you refuse to listen and you just keep on doing it and exacerbate it and have repetitive circular patterns stuck in a loop, all that behavior is going to be documented for the federal lawsuit. The lawyer is going to have a field day. If I tell you to do something, there's no choice. You do what I say. Capiche? Yeah, I'm a boss and I look like a boss. So because I'm good looking, folks, and because I have all these ex-girlfriends, right, who didn't get their way with me, and I didn't bow down, I didn't put up with the way they wanted to treat me, I didn't play no games about nothing. Because I'm a man and I stood on business and I'm a good man who helped all these folks and they all owe me money. Because I'm a good person and because I was too much to handle and apparently I'm just hot as hell and attractive as hell. Apparently Tyrese Sneed is fine as hell because I know I am, right? Because of that, because I'm gifted and God gifted me and I'm stacked, I'm supposed to go through things according to these folks and ex-girlfriends because they're all getting together in collusion because oh they're upset because they lost and lost me. And how do you think Christina's gonna feel about all that? You think she's gonna like y'all? I mean, what say so do you have in anything? You don't run me, you don't run my estate, you don't run my financial account, you don't run my bank account, you don't run my business here, you don't run nothing. I don't answer to you. If anything, all y'all, everybody answers to me. I do what I want to do. I don't have no connections to people, no nothing. But I'm a dude that keeps it moving and I travel and I go my own way, man. These are straight up stalkers. These are ex girlfriends and then other people that they've associated with who can't get over me. You need to move on, bro. This is public in front of the whole world, man. I mean, like I said, I want to know like what was your degree that you got from Petty University? Please tell me, man. Like I said, I just want to move forward, man. I'm waiting on y'all, bro. Whenever y'all want to stop the games and just let my chat be and let me do my show and let me live my life, you let me know. See, that's the thing. You just continue and you just won't move on. It's odd behavior, man. You understand? There's not a choice for someone. I mean, if somebody just keeps on, appearing, popping up in a chat on YouTube, there's nothing I can do about that. You know what I mean? You could say ignore it. Nah, it's impossible to ignore something on a YouTube chat on your own show. See, these people, they want to judge like y'all do with everything. You want to have your little opinion. You're not entitled to your opinion with me. Understand that. I don't need your opinion. I didn't ask. None of you could walk in my shoes for a millisecond. I want y'all to try doing this for a career and then come talk to me. I handle this better than anyone. There is no one who can go through what I go through. Never. Y'all are silly as hell. And like I said, I will hand you this phone and you can try to do this and see how easy it is. When you got people sitting here and they're taking advantage of the fact that they're hiding behind computers and phones so they get to talk a different way because like I said, in reality, people would never talk to me like that. People are going to talk to me with respect. See what I'm saying? So like I said, no, I'm going to analyze everything. I'm going to go over every little detail and I'm going to get paid to do it and I'm going to make money. There's nothing wrong with standing up for yourself and saying, "No, these are my boundaries and you will respect me." That's not something people should have to push for or ask for. It's not a pressing matter, man. That's something that every human being deserves. See, like I said, these people they wanted to they took it upon themselves to act this way online. This is not how these people act. Everything they saying is about them. See, you're acting like you have a voice. You don't have a campaign with me. Y'all don't have a voice. You ain't got no magazine outlet, no nothing. You're just some random fan that nobody knows, all y'all, that just running their mouth. You understand? No, I'm sensitive to energies. I can feel energies, bro. Y'all need to change your energy like I told you before. Like I kept saying when I was up there in Green Bay. You need to change that energy, Wody. Be real with yourself, man. You feel me? That is not you. You feel me? And it's because all these people is fugazi and they fake. Like I said, they false flag and they false claiming. They not G'd up. They not gangsters. They don't come from my walk. They not me. I've never been a poser. I ain't never been somebody that faked it till I make it or kicked anything I wasn't about. I'm not even a human being. I don't even do no talking. What do you mean? See, this is the thing. When you do what you doing, that's super petty because you know I'm like Superman and you trying to really run a smear campaign on Superman. That's exactly the same thing that they had to do with him in the movie with Superman, did they not? Same thing. Newspapers, tabloids, they do the same thing with Batman. They got to start saying negativity, things that aren't there. This world is just it's a joke, man. It's sick. Why not just let things be, bro? Why not just let people live their life and be happy? And that's it. If they not talking to you and they don't want to talk to you, that's their human right. Let people be, bro. You understand? And this is what's wrong with the world. And this is why, literally, we have all these things that happen, all these crazy incidents, all these crazy news stories happen because of folks like this, because of narcissists that just have some pressing matter they're triggered upon and they can't let it go. And they can't be a man or woman about it and just say how they feel one time and then keep it moving. Okay? No, you're not going to follow me around the internet. I ain't got nothing to do with you. You need to move on. You understand? I'm a grown man. And like I said, my maturity, it just continues to put these fools in their place. It continues to prove that what they on is not real, that they position is not real. Feel me? Like I said, man, I just want to be left alone, bro. You understand? Like, nah, bro. It's just odd, man. I've never met somebody that just really keeps running their mouth like a teleprompter for like years. I'm talking like it's been decades. That's crazy, bro. For people who run their mouth a lot, you ain't had no success. That's what's so crazy. You do so much talking, but every time you talk, you see me go make tons of money, and y'all won't work for one day. That's crazy, son. I'm here lining checks as we speak. I'm getting paid to talk as we speak, little homie. See what I'm saying? This is my business. This is my livelihood. I don't ever repeat myself. I tell people one time, and that's it, and they know, and they do what I tell them. I'm a boss. I'm not these other folks, bro. Don't ever try to compare me. That's why I can't stand when so-called women be talking about dudes. There ain't no such thing as a dude. Any dude don't compare to me. I'm a superhuman. See, that's the thing that with all these ex-girlfriends, the reason why they so pressed about the matter and upset is because it proves they were the problem. It proves that all y'all wasn't good enough for me. That's something you worried about. I'm not in my feelings. I ain't worried about nobody in my past. I moved on and left them people behind me in the dust. Didn't think twice. None of them. All the people you're naming, the Roxy Orocho, all of them. She got exposed, and I think her business got shut down because she was doing a bunch of illegal stuff in there. And that should have been prison time. But like I said, that's corruption too. And I'm sure that she was doing the same thing y'all do. That's what all this is about. That all them people, like I said, clearly their habits were disgusting and whatever and illegal, right? Like, just because you're around people doesn't mean you know what they do. A lot of people have secret things that they do, you know what I mean? Secret addictions, especially with narcissists, right? So again, what are you talking about? It literally was in one of the social media things, the name that they were using, right? Use that word, addictions. So you're admitting it, telling on yourself. Like, that's crazy, bro. You understand? And I found out, I started seeing it come to light when we be wherever, when we would be in the club, the truth would come out. Like, come on, bro. Y'all is sad, man. Y'all is sad, bro. And look at it. Everybody suffers because of their neglect, because they don't care about their kids, none of them, right? Because they can't raise them, right? And everybody has to go through all this nonsense because you want to brainwash everybody and try to play these games and teach people that good people aren't good people and all this nonsense. What? See, these people, they all got like the same issue going on. None of them make any sense. I don't care about that. I don't know you. I mean, this is YouTube, man. What's the point of all that? I don't get it. Like I said, I'm here to say the truth. I'm gonna continue to speak the truth. Like I said, I just released these street ball videos. I mean, anytime I play ball, man, I'm gonna look good on camera and get my money. I mean, it's just that simple. Right there, that just made me more money for the check. Oh, let me check the check total real quick. Hold up. Yeah, so we already up over 127 bucks, bro. So we almost to 128 bucks. That's almost 130. And today is what? The 20th? Hmm? Yeah, so we still got like 10 more days, bro, for me to line this check up, and we already almost to 130. Told you. And they mad, coach, because I'm getting money. See, like I said, they don't want to see me eating. They don't want to see me doing nothing. Well, I'm eating good right now. I'm all right. I'm eating. You know what I mean? I'm doing my thing. I'm doing my thizzle. You know what I mean? Like I said, it's about to get impossible and hard pretty soon around the corner here. But I just have to try to make it through. I don't have a choice. Hopefully, we get some blessings and something good happens in the meanwhile. But I mean, I just got to do the best I can to get through, to this next month until I get to my next check. It's going to be hard as hell. Could be impossible. I mean, I don't know. I got to do what I got to do to try to make sure that I'm going to make sure I'm eating and that I'm doing what I need to do. I don't care what I got to do, bro. Survival is survival. See, that's the thing. I'm not you. So call it what it is. No, it's not that I'm struggling. It's that y'all won't do your part and do your job. That is your job to donate to me. You're not doing your part. You're dropping the ball as usual. This is the same reason why with all them ex-girlfriends, right? Half the reason why I left was because of that, because none of them hold their end of the bargain. None of them could hold their own weight. They was all failures. And I was the one who was always have to pay for everything and never nothing was ever equal. That's reality. I have to take care of everybody. You get tired of doing it. Like, that's the thing. I deserve what I'm getting. Christina's going to take care of me. That's what I deserve. Like, I'm going to take care of her, but she's taking care of me financially. That's what I deserve. I deserve to be happy. I deserve to have somebody who's going to treat me right and take care of me financially and support me and say, hey, you can have a break as long as you want. You can chill and rest and relax. Because I'm telling you, that's what it's going to be. I'm going to chill, man. I ain't even trying to work. There's no point. I need a break, bro. Like, that's not even in question. That's a guarantee. I'm not going to be working all the time. I'll do this. I'll do my job here because this don't feel like work. But work for other people? Hell no. I'm just telling you straight up. I'm not doing that again for anyone and nothing. For what? Why would I do that when I deserve a break? No, I'm gonna make sure I'm treated like a human being. Always. That's the thing. I got self-respect. I know my limits, my boundary. I know who I am. I know what I deserve. I know my worth. I'm gonna get my worth regardless, homie. Hear that and understand that, bro. What I say goes, man. I'm the leader. I'm the ruler of this universe. So, like I said, these people, they jealous and mad and wish they could be me. Yeah, but you didn't just break and set 4 world records. You see the point? See, while you run in your mouth, you want to talk about this and that. Man, breaking world records, do you understand that can pay me millions of dollars? I can get new estates, new mansions, new homes, new buildings just off that money. You feel me? So it is what it is. You understand? All right. So all I do here is I document that. Doesn't make me feel any way because I already know what you're on and I already know you're just going to type something that doesn't make coherent sense and you're going to speak on things you know nothing about. You never met my father. So it is what it is. Like I said, you need to focus on what your issues are, and I'm not going to go over them. Like I said, you're being repetitive. Yeah, that doesn't make sense. See what I'm saying? Conversations can just be had one time and then you can go your own way. Again, what you're doing is public. There is officials watching it. This channel is being monitored. So, like I said, I've never seen a group of individuals like this that they want to act like they're being crazy. You're not being crazy. You're just not being smart. See what I'm saying? All this is being looked at, bro. I can guarantee the FBI and the feds, they can't miss this. They're going to have to investigate all this. You understand? I guarantee it, bro. You understand what I'm saying? See, these people, they can't even help themselves. Like, listen, I understand that you jelly of me. I understand that you wish you looked like me. I mean, if I looked like you, I'd probably want to look like me too. Right? I understand that you wish you were in shape like me because you're nowhere close. I understand. I mean, real talk. If I looked like the green ghost thing from Ghostbusters, I mean, what was his name? I probably wouldn't be too happy either, right? If I resembled like a blimp, I probably wouldn't be too happy either. Anything else? I mean, if I looked like I had a whole bunch of gumballs in my mouth every time I talk or take a selfie for YouTube, well, you can see how miserable you are in your little beady eyes, right? Yeah, you're jealous and it's uneventful over there for you and you have no money. The people you talk to are literally a walking cigarette. What? All them people talk like they have an identity. I've never met you. I don't know who you is. We're not part of the same sectors or part of the same business. What are you talking to me for? That's the thing. They really keep typing themselves. That person, I have got people who are delusional having full conversations with themselves. When Tommy Sotomayor had his fake run, did he sit there and talk to y'all and be personal? Or did he just say the same thing that there was people talking to themselves, there was people doing all sorts of crazy stuff, and he kept getting away from them, right? See, I'm in the same position, but this fame is real. This success is real. His was fake. So you got to understand, I'm a celebrity. I have to speak publicly. I'm going to speak publicly. I mean, with that, hey, it comes a lot of different territory. People react different ways. People do different things. Some people go to great lengths because they just want to pretend. But the thing is, I'm not Tommy Sotomayor, bro. I'm a real tough, real man. And I'm not here to go through nothing, nor will I. I'm not going to endure nothing. You understand? You all have to endure my success. You see the point? I'm not running from people. See, he was bouncing around. He didn't have nothing. He was having to what was it? He was house sitting for people. He didn't have no home. He's been homeless forever. He still is. hmm So what do you mean? He basically lives in a closet, like the Grouch. I'm living in a closet. So what are you talking about? See, like I said, when you speak, you got to make sense. My father was amazing. My father raised a real man. I mean, I'm totally thankful to my father. So thank you. Right? So it is what it is. All right. Documented. Right. All that stuff does nothing for me, brother. You're not talking to me. You receive no response. Anything that you do is documented and it's that simple. See, like I said, they continue the same thing over and over again. Right? That right there is a felony. And that's an illegal statement. Why is that necessary? Because I'm a public figure. See what I'm saying? And they do it and they think that they're doing something that bothers me. I don't care about nothing you talking about. Like I said, it makes no sense. So continuing on with what I was saying, you're just going to ignore folks like that and their nonsense. I mean, at the end of the day, I'm a teacher for the public. I educate the public, right? I do my thing. And like I said, these people, they want to do these things and commit these felonies like they just did. And I have it documented. So there's nothing you can do. You understand? Because I have all the evidence on the crimes you're committing. See what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, it's like, it's just a waste of my time. Because, see, what I'm saying is they want to do these things, but they don't know what it's like being on the other end of that. Nah, bro. Miss me with all that. So, like I said, it'll just be straight gray rock method every time as I'm doing. They won't get a response. They won't get a reaction, no nothing. And I'm going to tell you something. The people who do that type of stuff, what you talking about, all that commenting and typing you're doing, y'all couldn't withstand what I have. You couldn't endure what I have. You don't know what it feels like on this end when you're doing that. So, like I said, you do whatever you want. Don't come talk to me. I've made that perfectly clear. You heard me. So, yeah, like I said, so if you heard me, you got to do what I say, right? Okay, exactly. So I'm a public figure. You don't have any way, right, of doing anything concerning me. What you need to do is you need to sit down and you need to listen. There's no need for that. You see what I'm saying? So again, like I said, we continue to win every day. hmm And you know where I'm at all day, every day. I'm on camera for you. See what I'm saying? So, like I said, these people, you just contradicted yourself. See, you're not making any sense. Why are you so focused on that? You keep talking about people's homes. What does my home have anything to do with my job? See, you're not making no sense, brother. You understand? No, those two have nothing in common, bro. Me going live, what does that have to do with my home? Right, because you're trying to play a game in front of the entire public that when I go live and I live stream and I do my career and my job, you're looking for a way, right, to try to get me to be silent or be quiet. Why? Why would I be quiet? Why don't I turn it up a notch? You understand? See if it's bothering you clearly. You just said I was homeless, then you asked me if I was at my home. How does that make sense? See, this is a debating platform. See, what you're doing is not allowed on this platform. So you need to get off YouTube. See the point? No, YouTube is just a platform for people to come and feel safe and enjoy themselves. And we're going to continue to make sure that's what it is. Feel me? There's nothing you can do, baby. hmm Easy. Federal indictment. Common sense. So, yeah, like I said, so you can see, right? If you pay attention, right? Like I said, there's nobody who could do my job and withstand that type of stuff. It's not necessary. It's not needed. So every time that I talk, come on, bro. I don't even let people interrupt me while I'm talking, no matter where I'm at. See what I'm saying? No, I'm a tough guy. Trust me. There's nobody who has any way to silence me. And see, that's the thing. When you challenge an authority and you hiding behind a screen and all that, you're looking for a reaction. Yeah, you're trying to get people upset and agitated because you just don't like the fact that I'm building a future. Let me explain something to you. There's nothing you can do that's ever going to get me to be quiet. There's nothing you can do to me, period. Oh, I'm free and I'm good. I'm set for life. Yep. I have several homes. Always will, always have. My business ain't your business. Again, what does that have to do with the matter at hand and what we're discussing, sir? See, I'm a radio show host. You're jealous of me. Good. That's where you should be. If there's not people who jealous of you, you doing something wrong. They always told me if you don't have haters, you doing something wrong. I got plenty of them. So yeah, you mad at my home, you mad at my mansion, my estate, you mad at my buildings, billions in equity, you mad at everything I got. Stay mad. You feel me? Lash out, Narky. I don't care what you do. Feel me? Mhm. Like, what? But yet these people, they all wanted to build a career on this network, but they can't. See? Yeah. See, these people are so predictable. They thought that these tactics were going to work. You've repeated yourself 8 million times. Has it ever worked? You've already said what you just said 8 million times. You're not doing anything. You just keep on repeating nonsense. See, they think repeating nonsense is a formula. I got news for you. It's not. That's why we keep progressing and leaving you the hell behind. That's why we keep progressing and making more money and getting all this paper and letting this paper stack. This is why my next check's already 130 bucks. Like I said, you're not talking to me. You're not being respectful. You're not coming at me in a way that's humane. So I'm not talking to you at all. You can type whatever you want. You'll just won't receive a response. Me seeing it, it doesn't bother me. I don't care what you say, man. You can type anything in that little box. I've heard it all, done seen it all. What are you talking about, bro? I came up a lot harder than that, bro. I've heard way worse than what you talking about. You feel me? I'm not here to participate in games. I'm the Batman. I don't do Joker stuff. You answered your own question. Everything you say is a rhetorical question. Like, learn how to conversate, bro. Like, what's up? What's the pressing issue? Tell me. Is it the 530 on my wrist? Is it the chain that cost $1,000? Because I'm gonna keep rubbing it all in. Like I said, I got a $4,000 TV. I'm not hiding from nobody. You know exactly where I'm at every day. You know exactly what I'm doing. What do you mean? I televise my life. See, this is the thing. They want to always act and talk in a way that doesn't make sense, but I ain't talking to you. No, if I don't agree to speak to you, you ain't getting a word in edgewise with me. hmm So why should I have to sit here and endure anything because I'm successful and I'm winning, bro? You need to be fair, man. Straight up, you need to be fair, bro. Give me the same rights that everybody else has in this country. You need to see that you're trying to take advantage. Why you don't control my civil rights? Those are my human rights, bro. Every other person though, they do a podcast and they trying to make it, but you ain't telling them none of this stuff. You ain't talking to them subliminally, doing intermittent communication. Are all these corrupt folks? Are they letting them do that to anyone else? No. But me, oh, it's all good. But they seeing it right in front of them because all of them have the channel. Come on, bro. Y'all can't even make this stuff up, man. Y'all so unfair. It's unreal. Like I said, all it does is give me a pat on the back. Y'all just cannot stand to see the white man succeed. I don't care about nothing you talking about. I don't care what you do. What is any of that going to do to me? Not a thing. What? You don't have access to me like that, man. I'm inaccessible to the public completely. See what I'm saying? I'm a legend, bro. So, like I said, why is that your objective when you log on the internet? Like, that's guaranteed prison time. Why don't you just come on the internet and be a normal person and let's talk to normal folks? I want to talk to the people who are happy. I want to talk to the people who work jobs, who actually work. Yeah, you don't. I want to talk to the people who know how to build the future. I want to talk to the people who are here to learn from me and going to treat me right. See, when you stay in a vibration of love, they can't touch you. When you got God with you, they can't touch you. Those are demons. I don't tolerate Satan. I'm not going to tolerate nothing you talking about. What? Anything sent my way, I'm not accepting. What are you talking about? See, I'm a human being. So see, you ain't making no sense because what you saying don't have nothing to do with nothing. Like I said, because you're upset, right? Right, because I was spot on about every fact that I've stated today, and my show, it got underneath your skin. I'm doing my job, baby. Look at them, how mad I get them. See, my job is to get you to lash out. So you're telling me I shouldn't do my job. You see how contradictory you are? Because you're a walking contradiction, brother. This is why you never got a record deal. This is why you'll never have any success. This is why you'll never be me. This is why you'll never be wealthy. This is why you'll never be rich, boy. This is why you'll never be a gangster. None of y'all. This is why you'll never have anything. Well, I got it all. Because you're a coward. You're scared of going out there in the world and dealing with the real world. These people hide inside, folks. They shelter. The whole world listening to me. I ain't talking to you. Who is you? You're not even a fan. You're just a nobody. Don't even have an identity, huh? Imagine having to spend your time in chat rooms for decades and you still irrelevant. Huh. What channel do you have? Do you have a person? Are you a radio personality on here? No, right? Okay. What makes you think you could talk to me? I'm supposed to not have a chat room because oh you're in your feelings and you want to keep on trying to talk in a light that you know what that is and you're not talking to me. Just talk to me as a human being, brother. If you have a pressing matter, you feel some way, go ahead and let it off your heart, get it off your chest, say how you feel. I'm willing to listen. See, I'm a human being. I treat people with respect, even people like you who have none for themselves to anybody else. See, I'm a professional. See, I have a career. See, I've trained people for years. I've made plenty of money training. I do physical training, digital and in person. You don't know anything about me. You weren't around me. So what do you mean? If you don't know me, I mean, why are you acting like you're talking to me? I never met you. Don't you think that's odd? I mean, you don't think that's weird? They gonna let you know how weird it is when we get to court, because they're gonna say like you do realize you've never met this guy. He did nothing to you. Again, so like I said, these people, they want to make it like they want to take my show and they want to manipulate the content into being about that stuff, but there's nothing going on. See, you got to give it up at some point and just throw in the towel and walk away. It's called surrender. You lost. You got to give up, man. At some point, you got to give up. At some point, you got to just realize there's nothing you can do. I'm going to stay succeeding. I'm going to stay on land grabbing, right? Just like I created Gorilla State. All that stuff was my ideas, my concepts. I still got the icon on one of these StreamYards. See the point? So again, at the end of the day, there ain't nothing nobody can tell me that's going to get me off of YouTube. That shouldn't be your objective. See, your objective should be watching YouTube as an innocent person that's trying to learn something. See the point? See, YouTube has no place, right, for any of that. This ain't the place, brother. See the point? That's all. And these are people, they want to act like they're viewers or fans. You're not a viewer or a fan. You don't participate on this platform within the rules and the way you're supposed to. Everything you're talking about has nothing to do with what we're doing here. I'm going to have my fun in front of you, whether you like it or not. You can call whoever, do whatever. I could care less. But I'm going to have my fun in front of you and I'm going to make my money. See, that's the thing. You trying to do things as if, oh, that's supposed to have me stop going live, stop doing my live streams. Like, you that petty? And they are. Man, that's pathetic, bro. And yet the whole world's listening. You exposing yourself, Mark. What? And people don't know you and never will because you don't have an identity. That's why no one will remember your name, like Achilles said, right? Who do you got to watch? Me. You got to watch me live my beautiful life, baby. You got to watch me eat good pizza, eat good food. You got to watch me go out. I was in Minneapolis at all the best restaurants, eating the best food money can buy. What are you talking about? Why is it always about the I'm supposed to do something now for you, but you don't carry food around on you or cars or homes? That don't make no sense. See, you want to ignore everything I did. I went and traveled. I've been living my life all these years in front of you. I gave you plenty to be jealous of. Watch the videos, brother. What? I'm not in Minneapolis right now. I ain't traveling right now. I'm not in Atlanta right now. What do you mean? I'm not hiding from nothing and nobody. What's goody? You upset because I'm retired? I'm 35 years old. That makes sense. I'm about to be 36. I'm retired, brother. And I make good money doing what I do here, educating people like you on how they should be because you got it all messed up. You got everything backwards. You need God. That's what you need. You ain't teaching me or showing me nothing. Believe me, you. I got a lot more life experience than all y'all put together. See the point? And it's the same way I talk to you in person. No, what you need to do is learn how to act. What you need to do is learn that you can't be lazy and get success and then take other people's success from them and make it yours. That's not how it works. You need to learn how reality work, Hoss. What? Who's mad? Huh? You hear me laughing. I ain't mad. I'm in a good mood. This a man. So you can't handle a man. That's what's so funny about all this. Yeah, you got an issue with somebody being a man, but then you want to talk about so-called women. If so-called women have an issue with a man, then guess what? They don't like men. Ooh, told you, coach. What? Next. Look, I'm going in on them. Look how silent they get. Owned. Drops mic. Easy, bro. It's easy money, man. Like I said, listen, if I ain't talking to you, you don't need to talk to me, man. It's just that simple. If you ain't positive, I don't want you in my chat. I'm gonna block everything that ain't true and ain't positive. You all talk to yourself. Who believes anything you're saying? Who agrees? Nobody. You don't have a following. So miss me with what you talking about. Y'all want to bank on these followings like followings matter. Okay, well, I got a following. The whole world agree with what I'm saying. Every statement I made, the world already vouched for. That's why my music went worldwide. The world loved my music. You can't stand every time I release a track, right? Because you're like, man, that was fire. Every time. They all be listening to these tracks like it's religiously, but they want to tell me, it's no good. Well, how you going to say that, but you listening to it all the time? Like I said, they hate to love me, coach. To walk in contradiction. I don't need that, brother. I got real love in my life. People care about me. Feel me? See, I don't know you. I'm not in your circumstances. See, they all in dilapidated circumstances. Everything is a mess for them. Right. Because you're getting your karma. Everything for you is your karma. It's all your fault. You're to blame. hmm So, like I said, if I'm not talking about you or to you, what business do you have speaking to me? You don't got to make fake accounts and do all that, brother. Is it that serious? Well, apparently it is, right? Right. They can't handle the fact that people are not only doing better than them, but better than everybody. They can't handle the fact that I outdid the entire Illuminati and the entire government. They can't handle me on a panel, and they can't handle me in reality. They just can't handle Tyree Sneed at all because I'm a boss. I'm too much for everybody. Anything else? Like I said, I wasn't raised to talk tough hiding behind a computer and a phone. I think that's fugazi and fake as hell. Yes. And I think that everybody agrees. So how does that make you feel and look? Hoss, right? See, I ain't talking behind no phones and computers. I'm out here in these streets every day. I'm easy to see and easy to find. Everybody know that. What? I was a gangster before all this, and I'll be a gangster through and through and after it. I'm gonna be the same dude whether you like me or not. You ain't gotta like me, bro, but you don't know me. See, that's the thing. I don't let people talk crazy to me. If you knew anything about me, you would have known that. hmm and I've proved it a million times. So like I said, bro, I've been in Dallas, bro, in the toughest, roughest ghetto parts of Dallas. If I can make it through that, trust me, people on here, y'all ain't nothing. Y'all ain't got nothing for me. Dallas a rough city, homie. You don't know me. You feel me? See, that's my thing. They want to proclaim this fake toughness, but yet when they talk to the tough guy and the savage and the gangster, they want to downplay my gangster. You don't adjust my gangster. You don't tell me what my levels of gangster are. See the point? So you want to act like it's all fun and games, right? While you try to remain anonymous and yet you want to play with people and what they're doing. That's cowardly. These are the people who get made fun of. These are the people who went to the club and got rejected. These are the people who in prison, right? Everybody basically owns and runs and tells what to do. These are not brave people. I'm the brave heart. So what is a coward going to tell a brave heart? A coward can't tell nothing to scare a brave heart. Like I said, we don't need to be going over this time and time again. You could just find something better to do, man. If I'm not talking to you, find something to do. You don't know any way to build? You got plenty you can build, brother. You're homeless. Y'all don't have jobs. You ain't got nothing to do. I mean, you have plenty of time to grab a book. Go to Barnes and Noble and grab a book and read. Like real talk. Figure out how to get you a watch that costs $530 so you can feel like you're within an inkling of my wealth because you'll never come close. Don't even go crazy thinking about it. Wouldn't matter what you did. You can win the lottery 18 million times over and you still won't come close to the amount of equity I own. See, these people look up to me, man. They admire me. And I could see why. You have every reason to. I got a beautiful life, man. I'm a beautiful dude. I'm handsome. I'm good looking. I got everything going for me. That don't mean I'm at your discretion. No, see, I'm here for the people who want to show love. I'm here for all the real people in the world, all the normal people. Where did they all go? See, how come I can't reach the normal audience that's in the world? Why is YouTube suppressing my channel? That's what I want to know. I want to know how I can promote my channel through Kentucky and that whole trip, but yet still, then people don't talk to me on here. Not a one of them has commented on here that I know of. How does that make sense? Come on, bro. That's suppression, bro. They're suppressing my channel. It's common sense. There's no other answer or explanation. There's girls and guys all over this planet, all over this nation who don't know these folks. How in the hell is this possible? How have I not reached these folks where they're talking to me at this point? It don't make no sense. So like I said, whatever YouTube does and y'all do, I don't care. I'm going to get my money. No, you're not going to give me a hard time on here. YouTube is always fun for me. I run this company, boss. I do what I want to do. We have fun here. You in my house. This is my company. So you'll do what I tell you. And just because I'm stronger than all of y'all. That's really the real reason. So, like I said, people do what I tell them, bro. Like I said, these people are super petty. How many times are you going to repeat yourself? That's what I want to know. While you repeat yourself, I keep winning and I'm still in my perfectly sane mind. I thought your goal, you said what it was, right? Well, it hadn't happened and it never will. Don't go crazy thinking about it, boy. Batman is running the streets. Batman's successful. Batman's doing his thing. Come on, dog. Like I said, what gives you the right, man? Why can't y'all stand on your own too? Right, by the way, why you need a whole team of people to make fake accounts and keep typing? Why can't you just stand on your own too? Why, just like the penguin? The penguin's got to waddle to everybody else for his problems. No, you're the one that people have an issue with. Stand your ground, bro. Stand on your own too, homie. Right, they got to get other people to go through, to deal with all the challenges that they created for themselves. That's crazy, man. You feel me? That's crazy. You feel me? So yeah, like I said, man, these people are silly, they funny, and like I said, I'm gonna keep on doing my thing and I'm gonna keep on live streaming. And every time that you do that, I'm gonna keep it on going. I'm gonna keep on pushing and I'm gonna keep on winning. And like I said, all that stuff, I'm documenting it, it's getting sent to a lawyer, right? And that's it. Like I said, what's any of that got to do with my career and what I'm doing? You ain't causing me nothing. I don't feel nothing about it. You can say whatever, brother. You ain't delivering on nothing. Mm, Actually. So, like I said, what are you talking about? You got to make sense when you talk, brother. I don't process delusion. I process reality. The language you speaking, it ain't even English. So like I said, little Wody, like I said, 530 on my wrist got him pissed, right? I own everything. I have everything. I do what I want to do. People do what I tell them. I'm a boss. Like I said, all the facts are being said, and guess what? Karma's coming. Feel me? Like you want to keep on creating more and more karmic debt? Be my guest. God is coming, bro. God is riding. You already know about this. You already know what it is. And like I said, I keep winning. I don't have time for fools like that. I don't have time for your nonsense. What are you talking about? Nothing that you talking about is gonna affect me, bro. I don't care about what you're saying. See? They act like they can't hear you. See, that's the game I don't play. When people hear your response and it's not response, it's just telling you reality, and then you want to act like you ain't hear me. Yeah, I don't play like that. You heard me perfectly clear, brother. The first time. So again, I just asked you how many times you gonna repeat yourself. You see how you're proving that you're unstable in front of the whole world? I'm not repeating myself. You are. Why is that necessary on my show, on my program? What gives you the right? Oh, wait, you don't have the right to do it, right? Because it's illegal. So, yeah, like I said, man, we going to keep on winning here. we going to keep on educating the public. I'm going to keep on doing my job and doing it damn well, right? And I'm going to keep on looking good while I do it, and I'm going to keep on shining. And people like that, those are people who will never be successful. Those are cowards. Those are people who will never make it in the world. That's why I'm a champion and why I get paid to exist and do what I want. And I'm a star. That's why my channel and my business is in good standing. Remember, you could say whatever you want. Your only agenda is worrying about this business. Everything else is good. You are upset because I have a business that I'm successful with. You're going to try to type anything to try to throw me off my game. And the way you do it is completely unfair. I'm not reading nothing you say anymore. Easy. That's the answer. Nope. Just a quick block, and I'm going to step out of the chat. You can talk to yourself. Your words are not having power over me. I explained. I've answered you. See, that's what they do. They think that that's not a felony. Oh, no, that's a felony. See what I'm saying? So I'm doing my show, and then all y'all folks see it. I want this to be a public example in front of the whole world. Folks that I'm not talking to, and they think that they can violate my civil human rights. I'm not talking to you, brother. I need you to slow down, man. We stop everything. We stop the whole show. See, what you doing is extremely serious. It's not necessary, man. You understand? No, you're just talking to a grown man who has morals and principles and understands reality. You don't have no power over me. Slow down, brother. If you're not welcome to this show, it's in the description boxes. You already know what it is. I don't have to explain. So again, you don't have nothing for me, right? And you're clearly making it your objective because you're upset. Because why? Because I got a business and I'm running it and being successful. We're going to keep on getting this money. We're going to keep on getting this dough. You see that I'm right here. I'm not scared. I'm not worried about nothing. I'm straight. And you're talking fake talk. What is fake talk going to do for you? I'm not talking to you. You cannot approach me. Learn the law. Not on here, not off here. So again, I'm doing my fizzle. Like I said, we got 'em mad, coach. You feel me? Stay mad. Why are you mad? Because you was mad day one when you saw me with all that money. When you saw me living in the embassy suites for $4 grand a month. When you saw me getting dough. When you saw me in the Porsche paid for cash. All you've been is mad, brother. You ain't got nothing to tell me. Come on, bro. You someone who's showing your jealousy is showing. You showing the whole world how jealous you is of someone. I'm not here for you and I'm not here for that. I'm here to build, man. I answered you. You need God. Now move on. Like I said, that's how you deal with people like that. You ignore them and you keep it shaking. Now, you don't know how hard it is when somebody's doing a show and I'm talking about topics, right? Like I said, if you're not welcome here, it's self-explanatory, brother. See? Because you ain't trying to be positive. You ain't trying to build me up. You don't like seeing me up. So why would I talk to you? I ain't got nothing to talk about, son. See what I'm saying? Now, here's what I'm going to do, right? I'm going to go ahead and close that chat permanently because, like I said, every time that I give them an opportunity to just let normal people come here and normal folk, this is all from YouTube. This is all intentional. And they don't let me have a chat. I mean, every statement here in this chat is illegal and a felony. There's not one actual talking, no love, no respect, no humanity. This company is inhumane. Exposed. Next. So I'm gonna go ahead and close the chat. I'm not opening it ever again. And that this time I promise that. All right, hold up.